Are back live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to rampage through your calls and get into a bunch of this economic news and police state news today. Let's go ahead and talk to Peter in California. Peter, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex, I was wondering, I don't know if you've covered this or not. I don't know if anyone else has. Why wasn't Obama's grandmother at his inauguration?
Well, that would be an embarrassment to have his grandmother, who runs around on video saying he was born in Kenya, and now she saw him born in the village. And, of course, he said he had no Muslim roots. It was all made up. Now that he goes over to the Middle East, he says, everything in Muslim, and I have Muslim roots, which is fine if he had them. It's the issue that he lied about it and was very deceptive about it. But again, he's the eugenics president. They need a brown face on the New World Order to sucker everybody in. He's just suckering the Arabs of the Middle East in, just like he suckered the United States in. I mean, he lied about everything he said he would do.
I don't know if he really lies. He could be so MK Ultra'd that it might not be lying.
Yeah, well, before somebody emails me because they're ignorant and says his grandma died 2 days before he won the election, or 2 days after he did, or whatever. Yes, the one in Hawaii that put him through school, she died of cancer. But the other grandma is still kicking, last time I saw, telling news cameras. Of course, he won't talk about all his aunts living in shacks, or his brothers living in shacks, or his aunts, that are living illegally in Boston, literally in shacks. I mean, I've got family that isn't doing too well sometimes, and I send them money. But no, this is filth. This is trash. This is somebody who's made, $10 million off his book, and his family doesn't get jack crap because that narcissistic, lying slimeball is evil. And, again, everything about him is a lie. He's 6% black. He's half white, 44% Arab on record. His daddy's an Arab. His cousin Odinga's an Arab who was always attacking the Kenyans. The Arabs are the Muslims are the minority over there. And Odinga rules it, and when he was in the Senate, Obama's own documents came out where he was telling Odinga how to stage riots to contest the election and take over the country illegally. Obama is a hardcore criminal, and that's what my film, The Obama Deception, exposes, period.
You think you might have mentioned this in your second Obama film?
Yes, it's all going to be in there. I wanted to hit stuff in The Obama Deception about how he said he was going to get out of these countries, but he lied. How he wasn't going to hire lobbyists, but that's all he hired. How he said he would make all the bailout money and stimulus money public, and now he makes it secret. About how he's funded by the globalists, how he funds eugenics, how he's going to have forced youth brigades, and now they've got him on TV in red and black uniforms marching, telling the high school kids they've got to go march in red and black uniforms. I mean, it's happening, folks. He's got over a dozen bills introduced to basically end the Second Amendment, and every time we bring it up, the media says it doesn't exist.
If a mainline reporter did ask any questions like this, I mean, he would definitely be out of a job, fairly soon. So they're all controlled, every one of them.
Absolutely. And the Republican, I'm not even so much worried about Barack Obama. He's bad news. They're trying to make him the messianic savior. I've got news clips where they call him God on CNBC and MSNBC. They go, he's like president of the world. He's like God. I'm going to play that clip tomorrow because I want to save it so people can actually see the video when we simulcast the weekday show at prisonplanet.tv. They say he is God. And then I have this weird thing of Bill Clinton. Don't let me forget where they say Bill Clinton is the Prince of Peace, like Jesus. It's in San Antonio. And then I got him saying David Rockefeller's like Superman saving the black children when the guy openly, this whole foundation's about murdering blacks. I mean, it's on record, the Rockefeller Foundation. Google History of Kaiser Wilhelm Institute. It was established by the Rockefellers. I mean, you just can't make this up. Everything Hitler did was from these people. John in Tampa, you're on the air.
Hey, I just want to wrap this up, how they're tightening the squeeze here locally on us real quick about stuff that's just happening right in front of the headlines. We belong to a co-op electric company, which is smaller, so they send out our carbon tax is going to be $600 more a year for our power.
Yeah, no. They're passing carbon taxes everywhere. It's going to destroy industry. They claim the economic stimulus on the news is the carbon tax, which, hold on, where China and India and Mexico and hundreds of other countries have zero carbon cuts. Only we got to pay it. Folks, this is to shut us. Sorry, go ahead.
See, the thing is, though, Alex, that a lot of like big progressive power and all the power companies are
the jackass liberals love it. I mean, I meet these neurotic neighbors. I go, why is your yard dead? People that are on wells. And they say, oh, I can't water. It'll hurt the earth. Listen, you idiot. There's a life cycle. Take the water out of the ground. It goes up into the clouds. It comes back down. You idiots. Sorry, you're being...
Listen to this, okay? The police charged an accident victim. She wasn't even charged in the car accident. She got a bill 2 or 3 weeks later for $400 for accident reporting.
No, I know. The police admit that they're writing everybody tickets, squeezing everybody. They're arresting ambulance drivers that turn their lights on now. I mean, everything's falling apart. I have a bill I haven't gotten to yet that is going to the governor's desk that says no more Fourth Amendment, no more Bill of Rights. The CPS can kidnap any kids they want. I mean, it's just totally criminal. And the CPS, I was given 5-6-year-old numbers. They were 5 times more likely, Justice Department, to abuse kids. Now I got the new numbers this week. I got it here in the article. They're the 7 times more dangerous than any other group. And they study all groups, is governments with kids in custody. The CPS are the ones that need to be shut down. They say no matter how many kids they kill, no matter how many pedophiles join CPS because they can rape kids and get away with it there, no matter how bad it is, it's still to save kids. It's okay if they kill 100 kids to save 1 kid, and all they do is advertise how parents are bad. I was reading on one of the local news sites that was criticizing all of this, sir, showing the bill, and the CPS workers are going, families are evil, parents abuse their children. No, the statistics don't lie. You do, you degenerate scum that violate the Bill of Rights and Constitution. Go ahead.
Well, listen, like you talk about this stuff, but I'm seeing it here locally, and
I know, they're taking over.
Believe it or not.
Listen, I've had senators on.
Alex, listen, there's 50 protesters out there now just saying, what happened to my kids? I mean, on this corner where they're taking their kids.
I know, they pick them up. Listen, I had a senator on from Georgia, and she named the names. It's in the newspaper, where they go to school, and they go, we need a blonde-haired kid. Somebody wants a black-haired white girl that's got a beauty mark, and they literally just grab your kids. I mean,
listen, okay. I was in Target, and I got targeted for pickup in Target. I'm not making this up.
What happened?
Okay, you seem like, I go in there, like I work construction, I'm a construction worker, I got a certain kind of stance, like iron workers or whatever, I walk in, and I think that's why I was targeted for the cameras. But before this happened 2 months ago, I saw like 300 of those bubbles they got over a Super Target store. They're like 15 feet apart, the camera bubbles.
Oh, I know. They're training you over the top, where when you go to the beach now, there's surveillance cameras and things scanning your face. Folks, listen to me. Even if you think CPS are the greatest people on earth, why did we have due process before? Why are they taking children? They already take kids without warrants and without judges' orders. And then they got their own sickening family courts, and it comes out in national news that these family courts, everyone they look into, the judges are being paid kickback on the number of kids they take. There's federal bounties. They grab over 1 million kids every year. And it makes me mad. The government is a bunch of child kidnapping trash. Don't you know about the eugenicist Nazis kidnapping everybody's kids and the Soviets and the communist Chinese? It's the same thing. It's what government does. Kids are valuable. There's people that want to adopt them. This is how they operate. This is how they work. And it just tears my guts out, man. It tears my guts out to know I'm right about this, to know it's real. Now, I'm going to tell you about this bill when we get back. I forgot to get to it. It's going to the governor's desk. By the way, this bill wasn't even passed. After it was in committee, Kirk Watson tagged it onto a bill through corrupt House rules. I tell you, there's nobody worse in the Texas Senate than Kirk Watson, that unbelievable monster.